Hello ladies and gentlemen, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at something fun and a little bit different. We're taking a look at Titans Returns Highbrow. Okay, not really. This isn't the original Titans Returns Highbrow. This is actually something from my good friends over at CerToys.com. This is a oversized Titans Returns Highbrow. Unfortunately, right now, it's doing something outside that is really kind of nasty and icky, so I can't go out to the shed and actually get my original Titans Returns Highbrow. But I'm going to show you the Titans Master that this figure comes with. And yeah, it's just a smidge bigger than what we're used to from Titans Returns. Just a smidge. So here is the original Titans Returns, specifically Cups High, with our new one. As you can see, it's almost twice as big. So yeah, this figure is roughly the size of a Voyager class figure, actually a little bit bigger than a Voyager class figure in robot mode. Detailing for the helicopter mode is exactly the same as the original figure, works well, and oddly enough, it's got diecast. This entire back section here, using the patented Cool Touch method, is all diecast. That's the only bit of diecast on the entire figure. The figure also comes with the same guns that the original did come with, and you can still slap your little Titans Return or Titan Master in here for double barrel action. And yes, these can be used as landing gears, but unfortunately I haven't been able to find where to peg these sections in so that they work as landing gears. There aren't any peg holes, and I had the same problem with the original Highbrow, so nothing's really wrong there. Transformation, exactly the same. I like to collapse the rotors, that's just me. Then we can unpeg the sides of the rotors out, flip out the fists, and then come back to the back of the vehicle mode and unpeg them from each other and fold down the legs and slide that entire section up to form the hips. Turn the legs pointing towards the front of the figure. Flip out the heels, which is actually really hard. I've already had to loosen these screws quite a bit, and that's these screws that hold the heels together, so they are very, very tight. So if you pick this figure up, just be aware of that, and stand the figure up. Come down to this gray section right beneath the shoulders and push it to pop out the chest. Flip the entire front of the vehicle mode over to form or to expose the head. Transform our little Titan Master here and snap him into place. And here we have Highbrow in robot mode. In robot mode, the figure looks really good. I love the coloring, and I just love the fact that he's so much bigger. And I swear there are actually more paint apps on this figure than there were on the original. That head sculpt is absolutely lovely, and I think they've actually painted it better. The visor being that off kind of teal works incredibly well, and the overall gray with the silver face also works incredibly well. It's just such a nice robot head that, you know, in this larger stance works really well. Now, something that they have actually fixed, or whoever produced this figure actually fixed, is you cannot push the wrists back farther so they lock in that weird extended position. You just can't. It won't go, and if you try to do it, you're going to break it. So I really do appreciate whoever made this figure fixing that or changing that so it's not possible. Posability for this oversized Highbrow is exactly the same as the original figure. Head is on a swivel. Shoulders are on a ball joint, and they do come disassembled. There is a swivel just above the elbow, 90-degree bend at the elbow, no fist articulation. Unfortunately, there is no torso articulation due to the transformation, but the figure can kick forward almost 90 degrees and can kick back about 75 degrees. Our oversized figure can do the splits with ratcheting hip joints, thigh swivel, over 90-degree bend at the knee per the transformation. No foot articulation, unfortunately. Posability is a bit more limited than your standard Siege class figure thanks to the lack of ankle articulation, but I still really like it. You can still get some dynamic poses. And the one thing that I do find really nice is it still has a giant hole in the backside for putting on a stand. Unfortunately, all of my stands are too small for that giant hole, so it doesn't work all that well. Now, if you're thinking that, oh, hey, his fists and these pegs can all hold 3.5 millimeter things, yes, they can, but it's super loose because the holes were scaled up as well. It's not perfect. So let me grab another little Siege figure here, and I'll show you. Just get Whisper, and yeah, that just sits and spins for days. For a quick size comparison, here are two Siege figures, one Deluxe and one Voyager, and then we've got MP10 Prime and a Leader Class Siege figure. So this oversized highbrow scales between a current Voyager Siege and a current Leader Class Siege figure. I am insanely happy with this highbrow. The only thing that I can even think to complain about are the hips swivels that manage the forward and back movement. I think they're a little bit too loose. Other than that, the figure's perfect. It's got a little bit of diecast in the legs. It's got a hardy construction. It feels better than the original Titans Returns figure, and I think it might actually be painted better as well. It's a great figure. So if you're thinking of picking this one up, head down to the description in this video. I've got a link over there for it. It's also not that expensive. I'm super stoked for more of these figures. I really, really hope that Toys gets a hold of more of these oversized figures because I want the original 4 Autobot Headmasters in this size class. I think it's just perfect. This is always the size class with the amount of posability that I've always wanted for these kind of figures. So folks, let me know what you think of this guy down in the comments. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and as always, please be sure to hit the bell. I know you think I'm crazy, but it's really important that you hit that bell. And the reason is because it'll actually notify you, and it actually helps me. I know that sounds silly, but it shows engagement with my channel, and Lord knows I could use more of that. So also comment if you can. That also helps me out a lot. And yeah, head over to the link down in the description to pick this figure up from Toys. It's a lot of fun. I really hope that they come out with more of these because I'm definitely going to buy them. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you next time. Whee!